Personal effort. But so long as the lower nature is active, the personal effort of the sadhak remains necessary. The mother with letters on the mother. The development of the spiritual experience in its rapidity, its amplitude, the intensity and power of its results, depends primarily in the beginning of the path and long after on the aspiration and personal effort of the sadhak. The synthesis of yoga. The effort demanded of the sadhak is that of aspiration, rejection, and surrender. If these three are done, the rest is to come of itself by the grace of the mother and the working of her force in you. But of the three, the most important is surrender. The mother with letters on the mother. Yoga is an endeavour, a tapasya. It can cease to be so only when one surrenders sincerely to a higher action and keeps the surrender and makes it complete. It is not a fantasia, devoid of all reason and coherence or a mere miracle. It has its laws and conditions, and I do not see how you can demand of the divine to do everything by a violent miracle. Letters on Yoga 2. By personal effort, a precursory change, a preliminary conversion can be effected. It amounts to a greater or less spiritualizing of our mental motives, our character and temperament, and a mastery, stilling, or changed action of the vital and physical life. This converted subjectivity can be made the base of some communion or unity of the soul in mind with the divine, and some partial reflection of the divine nature in the mentality of the human being. A greater perfection can only be arrived at by a higher power entering in and taking up the whole action of the being. The synthesis of yoga. In spiritual matters and in the seeking of spiritual gains, this conscious relation between man and God is a great power. It is a much greater power than our own entirely self-reliant struggle and effort, and it brings a fuller spiritual growth and experience. The synthesis of yoga. Well, that is the idea in yoga, that by a right passivity one opens oneself to something greater than one's limited self, and effort is only useful for getting that condition. Letters on Yoga 2. Practice unfalteringly, says the Gita, with a heart free from despondency. The yoga, for even though in the earlier stage of the path we drink deep of the bitter poison of internal discord and suffering, the last taste of this cup is the sweetness of the nectar of immortality and the honey wine of an eternal ananda. The synthesis of yoga.